All right, welcome in everybody. We're gonna start off right off the rip. Let's see when YouTube picks up this the audio and the video broadcast, but Daily Bread on Tuesday, December 21st, with Sosa and Rex, powered by PickCity.com and the Wise Guys Diamond Club. Make sure to be checking both of them out. We have a bunch of people in our YouTube waiting room waiting for us. That's the perk. If you sub, you get that little notification and you don't miss a single second of the show. So we just want to, and that's the best way to get involved. So we're just going to shout out our man Joseph, Keith, No Good Fresh, Tennessee Shark. There's a shit ton of people that were waiting for us. We appreciate every single comment. It's the best way to get featured in our show. Drop what you're playing, ask a question what we're going to be rocking with. Give us a like, give us a subscribe there. Really helps us out, get out there in front of the people because once we get that 1,000 subs, $250. So we're just about there. We're about to be just at 100 followers or subs less. So get us there. We're also live on Twitter. We'll be checking it out there. We'll have to shout out your comments there. But other than that, Sosa, Tuesday night NFL, you know, the usual, what we get every single week, NBA, college hoops on top of it, and the bowl game. It is a beautiful Tuesday if you are a gambler.
Hey, man, you already know. I totally agree. Yesterday was a good day. Pro football, a little janky, but it is what it is. They kept it close. Chubb got that touchdown. That was obvious. Raiders continue to figure out ways to win games and stay competitive, which is just crazy to me. But, other than that, we got let's see, in the Minnesota game, Minnesota handled business. Justin Fields continues to be in a situation that's fucked up. Yeah, that's my takeaway, man. That's my final takeaway, really, from last night's action. College ball was,
Yeah, I was about to say those NFL games were. It was nice that they were on. Not the best type
right.
of quality type of night. So it was just for the true football men and women out there last night.
Facts. Went out to dinner with the wife and nieces and all that. So really wasn't locked into those NFL games per se. It's the
We
holiday
are
season.
locked in to tonight's slate. I was about to say, getting all these people in here in the waiting room really helped us hit our numbers right away. So we don't really have to drag anything else out because we got over 100 people viewing with us right now. Let's get in between Twitter, Twitch, and YouTube. Like and subscribe. Last time we'll say that on the show for today. But
Yeah,
let's start it off with the NBA action we got tonight.
yeah, man. Nice little. It's actually a decent slate. We got a decent slate all week. It's pretty nice. No lie.
Costco
Um,
popping on a Monday. You love to hear that.
you know the vibes. You know the vibes. One of the best places in America. Y'all know the deal. Catch me at the Costco. You know what I'm saying? That's all.
You've been trying to get me on that thing, but I'm Team Wegmans till I die.
Hey, man, Wegmans is a supermarket with the best. They have the best hot and
Everything.
cold foods for sure. There's no question. They
Nah,
got that.
Wegmans is number one. I'm never going
Wegmans is
anywhere else.
Wegmans is number one. You're not gonna get any debates from me here. Whole Foods is cool, but I fuck with Wegmans for sure. Oh man, first game we're first game in the NBA that we're gonna go to tonight is the Indiana Pacers versus the Miami Heat. And we're revisiting a play or two plays actually that I love. The first one is going to be Malcolm Brogdon over 6.5 assists. That's at plus 116. Obviously, McConnell, he is the only real point guard on the team. Everyone's missing somebody at this particular point. Yeah, 6.5 assists, over 6.5 assists for Malcolm Brogdon, plus 116. That's the first play. And the second play tonight is going to be Duncan Robinson's threes. 2.5 is juiced to the over. So we're just going to go to 4+ 3-pointers for Duncan Robinson at plus 194. We're calling it out right now. That's what we're going to do.
Right in that Duncan Robinson wave here. I like it. I mean, he's getting the volume. Just got to go in at this point.
Absolutely. I like the matchup. Indiana's going to give up points no matter who they put out there. So that's how it goes, man. The game is the game. Yeah, that rotisserie at the Costco is definitely good money. Can't never go wrong. You can't go wrong with that. I have to keep it G. Have to keep it G with you. You're on point with that. I agree, 100%.
Before you get into it, looks like we just had a parlay come up short from
Yeah,
our write-in yesterday.
I seen the DM. That was ouch, man. Listen, Giddy's gonna be one of them ones though. Kid's good. The kid is really fucking good. I don't know if it's going to be him and Shy. I think Shy will end up getting traded because I don't know if he fits the timeline of them being good. But boy, Giddy is the show. He really is. Can't believe Jimmer Fredette didn't have a career with all these shooting. Yeah. Well, Jimmer's like 6'2", and he needs the ball in his hand to score. He wasn't really the best catch and shoot guy. He needed the ball off the dribbles. It wouldn't have worked in the NBA. Hey man, he'll get you right next time. Maybe next time just take him to get a double-double.
That's why it's the best show out there. Our commenters are caring about what our other commenters who have no idea who the fuck they are, what they're betting. The best community out there, Diamond Club, Daily Bread, Media. But so where we rolling with next?
The next play I'm on is obviously someone said it in the comments. I like Cade, the 5.5 assist. I'm going to bet that until the cows come home. I think it becomes a system play where he's going to get it more times than not. End of the day, that's what the bet's going to be. But the play that I like is in the Portland Trailblazers, New Orleans Pelicans game, and that's Jonas Valanciunas over 11.5 rebounds at plus 100. I think he can easily get up to 14. But over 11.5 plus 100, you get into even money there. I can't see why you wouldn't do it. It's just the best, just an easy look as far as a prop. And yeah, that's the only prop I have in that game. And I have two more props that I love. It is in the Minnesota Dallas Mavericks game. And we're going straight to the ladder. And the ladder is going to be Malik Beasley. Malik Beasley over 15.5 points. Remember, no Ant Edwards. Malik Beasley over 15.5 at minus 110. And Malik Beasley up to 20 points tonight at plus 240. I'm just calling the shot right now with him. I think he has a good game. I think they're going to need his scoring if they want to have competition tonight or actually really compete and win. So yeah, give Malik Beasley the ball tonight. Scary Terry did hear us talking that shit. He had me sick, and then he turned up real quick, didn't he? Went and got 17 in the fourth quarter, got us exactly 20. Feels good when you cash on that, for real, man. It really does. But yeah, like I said, the Malik Beasley play is solely based on the number of shots that he will get based on availability of other guys. No Ant Edwards, that's close to 20 shots out the lineup. You don't want to be in that situation. And if you are, Malik Beasley fits the profile. End of the day. Draining threes on Larson. Jesus Christ. Leave Scottie Pippen's wife out of this, bro. That's all I got to say. Leave her out of this, bro.
People are still at the beginning of the show hearing the Wegmans talk. That's the best part is when you get the comments from shit 5 minutes ago. What up, Mo? When you get to us, let us know what's good while we're talking about the Eagles-Washington game.
Oh, man. Malik. I like him. I'm rocking with his points, man. I would never touch I would not touch a prop on Malik Beasley that's not points because that's really all he's good for. He might have a night where he gets 5-6 floorboards, but he's out there to shoot and score. He ain't out there to do very much else, in my opinion. Just
anything else we like in the association for tonight?
No, those are it for me. I'm going on props. I'll have some sides and totals if you're in the Diamond Club. And yeah, that's all I'm rocking with tonight. 5 plays. I can run them back real quick so that people can know the 5 plays of tonight for me are Malcolm Brogdon over 6.5 assists at plus 116. Duncan Robinson 4+3s at plus 194. Jonas Valanciunas over 11.5 rebounds at plus 100. Malik Beasley 15.5 at minus 110, and 20 plus at plus 240. Those are the 5.
All right. Austin, you probably just got it because you just ran through all of it. If not, at like right around the 10-minute marker, Swin Sosa rattled off all of your plays that you need to be tapping into and locking into tonight for the NBA.
Cole Beasley to the COVID list.
Man, everyone's hitting that right now. Tyreek just hit it as well.
Joey Bosa declared out for sure. He is not vaccinated, so he will be out. He will 100% be out in this upcoming game. But on to college hoops, correct?
Yes, sir. Let's get on to the college plays of the night.
Yes, sir.
And then we'll wrap it up with the NFL plays.
Yes, sir.
We'll get one quick play out in a little bit of a more low-key matchup, but I think it's going to be a sneaky good one tonight with you got your conference games back tonight, the ones that are being played. We're going to start it off with an over, the same exact number that we had yesterday, 139, but this time it's clearly in the Mississippi State versus Winthrop game. So we're taking the over 139 there. Miss State is at home and likes to play slow, but I still expect Winthrop to push it any chance they get as a top 50 team in the nation. I expect Miss State to get about 6 to 7 more possessions than they're usually averaging on a game due to hitting a team like Winthrop. The totals dropped 2 points here, which makes me like it even more since it was sitting at 142. One of the biggest things here is Miss State. I wanted to take Winthrop on the plus 10, but decided to go with the total here just because looking into the numbers and the metrics and going back and watching some film, especially the game against Furman, Winthrop's defense is just very susceptible to give up quick runs, 10 to 12 spurts. We've seen that in games. So they're a good team to be backing as a dog. You can get them plus 10. You can take that for like a quarter or half unit if you need the extra action, but I like Winthrop to still score. Miss State will get up into 75 to 80 point range, and we're going the over 139 minus 110.
Yes, sir.
There was a comment all the way at the beginning of the show on a game. Where the hell was it? It was on an Air Force game too versus Tarleton State. Whoever dropped it, drop it back in the comments again. It's going to be too tough for me to currently try to find that. So let's get into a game that I know you might be tuning into if you're not watching the Eagles. Nova, Xavier. I can't say they're the better team yet, but they're looking like it so far. Giving them 5.5 points on the road right here. Is this a get-right spot for Nova and they finally start hitting their shots and the offense gets back into rhythm? Or does this Xavier offense continue to put up 80-plus points a game per night? Because Xavier's going to just try to get Nova to play up and down this whole time. But you know Nova, regardless who they play, they don't let you fall into it. But what do you like here?
Play of the game is the under. Play of the game is the under. The play in the game is the under. I'm looking for the. It's at 136.
And it's in the pavilion too. It's not at Wells Fargo, correct?
It's at 136. There was supposed to be a Flyer game at Wells Fargo tonight. That got canceled because the NHL just suspended, and then they got a football game at the Link, so that's out. It's definitely at the pavilion tonight. I personally would not bet against Nova, but for me, the play's the under. I think the play's the under in the game. I think Nova comes out here, makes it an ugly game, slows it down, and they win it tactically because they have smarter basketball players. I think the coach, they're at the crib. The coach does his job, and that's just my take. Under 136 or minus 110, we can make it official. I like the play personally. I was not gonna actually give it on the show. I was gonna do that in the Diamond Club, but it is what it is. I'd like the under 136.
Especially with this being into pavilion, it's kind of like Butler, very tough place to shoot on the road, and it's just that tough spot where It seems to be a good angle. It's just that this Xavier offense, it's been 7 straight games where they've had 75 plus, 5 straight
Yep.
games with 80 plus. So they've been rolling. But the last 2 times that they faced when Nova was home, I don't have it if that's at Wells Fargo or if it's in the Pavilion, but both times the past 2 seasons, the Nova home game has gone under in this series, while it's gone over when it goes back to Xavier.
Yeah, it's like I said, for me, I think it's just going to be a half court, slow down. You know, the experienced, smarter team just gets down to business and makes it a gritty garbage game. That's just my expectation. This game could also easily go into the 70s like quick. So you know what I mean? It's not out of the idea, but like for me, like I said, just basically like you just said, the last 2 home games have gone there, and it's just the makeup of the team. Villanova don't want to get out running. They don't want to get out and run. They don't want to do that.
Nope.
So,
not with this team whatsoever.
No, sir.
The question from Antonio was, what do we feel about the Air Force under? Man, you're picking a great game against Tarleton State. You got 2 teams who I think they're in the bottom 25 apiece. You got a total sitting at 114. I would honestly just take the Air Force plus 7 here. You can take the under. It might not break 100 points tonight, but I think there's a little bit better games to be betting tonight, unless you're an alum of either or. But you're really making me go into the bag for that one. I just know there's not a chance that's probably getting on my TV tonight, but shout out to you if you're grinding that game.
Yeah, I got nothing for that one.
All right. Second game of the night. Staying in the Big East. John Rothstein might have had the worst tweet of the year saying, if you're soft, don't come in, and said, like, for the 2 Big East games tonight from like a 45-year-old man. That's pretty cool. But Marquette at home, dog, plus 170 on the money line, plus 4.5 on the spread. You have a total sitting at 141 here. And I guess both of these teams would like to be in better spots where they're currently at. I don't see Sonogo currently playing tonight here. And that's kind of why it seems that, kind of like Villanova, Connecticut could really use a get-right game here after coming out and looking dreadful at home against Providence. That's a rough loss. Now you're giving them 4.5 at Marquette with Shaka, who's dropped 2 in a row, UCLA and Xavier. Not 2 bad losses to come back-to-back off, but we're taking the 4.5 with Marquette here at minus 110. They're going to right the ship. You can take them on the money line if you're feeling a little frisky here, but I don't see this team dropping 3 games in a row. Shaka will have the guys ready after 2 real tough games. Yep, 50-50 depending how Sonogo is in warmups. So if he gets ruled out, you'll see that drop to about probably a 2.5. People are still asking about the Beasley under. You'll get there in the show if you're not there yet.
Yeah.
All right. The last play of the day here. And we're going to be going to Fresno State at Utah. Another, I guess, barn burner of a game here where Fresno State, pretty solid so far this season, 9-2, but they lost it 2 times they played against any bit of competition in San Francisco and California. I guess their win against Santa Clara is solid, but other than that, it's been a pretty cakewalk of a schedule. Utah, just kind of like their football team, been completely up and down here. We're taking the points here with Fresno State plus 3.5. So 2 dogs and an over. Fresno State sitting at minus 110 here. I like them to not get caught into what Utah wants to do. Utah's coming off a tough loss in Mizzou. I just expect Fresno's defense to keep Utah's sporadic offense in check here. And what Utah does pretty well is take care of the ball. Fresno's going to press them, so I think that's going to get them out of the rhythm. Not many teams have tried to press Utah so far this season. Fresno State plus 3.5. Our man Orlando Robinson's going to have a big game tonight in the middle if you have yet to see him play. 3 college hoops plays for tonight.
And we're on to are we talking about your team first or the other game?
Whatever one you want to talk about first. It's up to you.
No, it's up to you.
All right, let's talk about the worst of the matchups first tonight. Your two favorite teams.
Mm. This one's going to end in a tie, plus 4,500. I wish. That'd be great. That'd be fucking lovely. In this one, it's an interesting one. But for some reason, I think I gotta take Seattle with the 7, man. I think I gotta take Seattle with the 7. And I think that if that's what it will come down to for me in this one. I do believe that.
You're really going to be back in Seattle here. So you're thinking rough game from Stafford, because this is the part where I have a hard time seeing how Seattle's defense is going to keep him in check tonight.
It'll be interesting.
We've seen him do it to himself. He's kept himself in check in some games. The defense hasn't had to do much.
Listen, in this one, we're gonna get. I got 3 plays that I like, prop wise. I'm not even gonna get into the game because you're not gonna. No one should take my advice on either of these teams. I think they both, fucking, stink. I hate both of these organizations. So if the game could end in a tie, I would love that to be the case. Darrell Henderson is back tonight, plus 650, first touchdown of the game. Darrell Henderson, calling that right now. Also, so that qualifies him for anytime touchdown at plus 120. The second play I like is DK Metcalf, anytime touchdown at plus 135.
Ooh, I didn't think you'd be going that route tonight.
And we're going to run it back again with Mr. OBJ. Three straight weeks. He scored 2 times we've cashed. We're going OBJ again. Cash it, plus 140. He's that guy. Jalen probably will not do that because he puts nobody in clamps. He's his own corner who gets moved around. You guys need to really stop lying about how good that guy is. Please. Stop lying. Show me a tape where he puts anybody in clamps. Show me a game in which Jalen Ramsey has put somebody in clamps in the NFL. Please show me. Because those are few and far between, my brother. That's false.
Yep, and I like your Henderson angle here. You don't have any concerns of Sony potentially poaching one from him, just because, you always say, you see these reports, they're always smoke and mirrors, but they say 50-50 share. It really didn't matter with Aaron Jones and Dylan last night, but then you had the Connor Edmonds 50-50 as well. So it's kind of where those are the two I think ends of the spear you could get, I guess.
I think it's a situation where Henderson's the best back on the team. It's no question who's better. Henderson's better.
No, but Sony's been a hot hand, I guess, a little bit, which is like saying you can't just not give him any.
To say he's a hot hand is kind of I can't agree with that because Henderson had COVID. He couldn't play. So it's like Sony by default got the carries. It wasn't because he was hotter. He just was the only guy left. And
you got the main snaps as the one time where you have to compete for a spot, and he was in it.
So I put no stock to that personally. If Henderson's available, he's the best back on the team. He's going to be the lead back. Unless he gets hurt, that's it. Henderson's the best. He's a better pass catcher. He's a better all around back. He's just better. But obviously Michelle. The only thing is that Michelle could get carries in between the 20s. But in the red zone, I think Henderson's still the better option. So even if for a touchdown, he's the best option. Short yardage, goal line, he's the guy.
So. Nope. No, I got you. That's all right. And then one last question before we move on to the next game. No one cares about your fantasy teams. Cooper Kupp, is it potential he could save someone and make some people happy and real sad tonight with a 35-point game? 2 touchdowns, 120. Is that in the potential picture for him tonight, or does he just have his usual 10, 100?
It's potential. It has potential. The thing is that people gotta realize this. These are still division games. They said Geno Smith kept this team afloat when Russ got hurt the first time they played. Russ finally had a decent, a game where he looked decent last week. You know what I mean? It was his get right spot against a bad team. Stafford needed the same thing. Stafford had the same thing. I think we're in for an entertaining ball game. It's going to be better than people expect. It's in prime time. Teams are missing players. I think it's going to be, very interesting. They sure did. They're getting smacked.
All right. Let's get into the game with the most line movement. Looking like Allen and Heineke are both out. So we're getting the return of who was it? It was one of the Cowboys quarterbacks last season that's getting the start, I believe, tonight for Washington.
Who is the starter tonight?
Yeah, Gilbert.
Garrett Gilbert. Gilbert. Yeah.
Your insurance salesman as of 3 weeks ago.
Fucking garbage.
9.5 point spread. Was this originally at like 4? Then it got to 6, moved it to Tuesday, got to 9. The movement back got just like the Browns got absolutely nobody back for it. The Eagles ended up losing Dickerson because of it. So that could be not a big loss on the line, but definitely if someone else goes down on the line, someone who's been playing very well as a rookie, come later on the season, they ended up losing one guy because of the game being pushed back. Washington, I guess, technically holds the higher spot in the standings here. Sosa, is there any reason to be taking a plus 10?
Man, 10 points in a division game is a lot. I'm not playing the spread. I know it's Garrett Gilbert, and yes, the Eagles should win this game going away. But I'm a decline and not touch the spread. 10.5 points or 10 points in a division game is just it's too many for me to touch on either side. As far as I'm concerned, there's plenty of opportunity here in props. I think it's a Dallas Goedert game. I think that Dallas Goedert balls. Jalen Hurts back, rushing touchdown from Jalen Hurts. You could book that too. And I'm going to stay away from the running back situation because you don't know who's going to play. Miles Sanders is back. He's at plus 100 on a touchdown. Jalen Hurts plus 130 anytime touchdown. Dallas Goedert anytime touchdown at plus 240. If you're going to pick someone to score from Washington, it'd be probably Antonio Gibson at plus 155. But my official ones are Jalen Hurts and Dallas Goedert. Those are my only two official anytime touchdown scores for this one. And I do believe that Jalen Hurts goes over 50.5 rushing yards. That's all I have. Right. Easily cover 10 points spread in a divisional game, but there you are. And there you are talking about the Cowboys.
Always got to get it back about Simba.
The new year,
you'll be checking out the Jam Zone. But in this game, staying off the spread, I guess, is the right move here because if you didn't get it before it's 9.5 with the Birds, I don't think it's really worth laying it at this point in the game. Alex is saying the backfield is a mess. It's kind of just we have no idea who's completely healthy other than Gainwell.
Well, really? They don't bring Sanders back unless they're healthy. Just saying.
Yeah, you'd hope so.
Yeah.
It's the biggest game of the Eagles season so far. They could easily drop and lay an egg here and disappoint. Are you going?
Yeah. I'm going to pull up.
Freeze your ass off? That's going
to be my homie actually just pulled up. He just got here early. We about to have a couple beverages and get head over to the link. You know what I'm saying? See what this Eagle team talking about. I'll be backing up Jalen Hurts. So, you know what I'm saying? He better not make me look bad tonight. That's all I got to say.
And it's going to be tough because they still have Scary Terry's yards up. I don't know how the hell he plays.
Darius Slay, if he's playing, Darius Slay put him in a jail cell anyway, so it don't matter.
And then are you really going to be touching Adam Humphries or DeAndre Carter?
No. Y'all, listen. All these people on the internet talk about cornerbacks all the time. They talk the best cornerback in football this season has been Darius Slay. You guys talk about everyone else. The two best cornerbacks that no one talks about are AJ Terrell and Darius Slay. Numbers don't lie. Y'all can watch the tape. Y'all can talk about technique, all that other bullshit. You can talk about interceptions, all that other shit. And that's sweet and all. but stop playing with me. Darius Slay, the best. I wouldn't. Y'all could keep lying to yourself. Best corner in the league is Darius Slay to me. Diggs got a lot of picks, but he got a lot of picks because they steady throwing at his ass. That's all I'm saying. They don't even throw it at Darius Slay. They don't even throw it his way. He be leaving the field with a clean. Yeah, look at the yards he gave up. J.C. Jackson sound good. All them picks sound good, but think about this. You're not getting all them picks if they not throwing. They throw the ball at him. They throw the ball at him. When's the last time elite corner where they just keep throwing at the guy? Y'all need to stop lying. They don't even throw the ball at elite corners. Like niggas like Champ Bailey and Darrelle Revis and the real shutdown guys, they don't even throw the ball. They don't even throw the ball at Darius Slay. He leaves the field with a clean uniform. And then when he get the ball in his hands, he take it back to the crib. Am I lying?
Yeah, and his wife's probably one of the funniest people on Twitter. I'm
a Niner fan, right? I done seen Deion. I know Deion say that, yeah, because they keep throwing the ball at him. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, bruh, Deion Sanders would tell you straight up, yeah, because they really wouldn't throw the ball at him, and he'd get the ball every time they threw it at him. Stop that, Eddie. See what I'm saying? Y'all be fooled by these advanced metrics. And stop lying, man. Real cornerbacks don't even throw the ball. They don't throw the ball at those guys, bruh. They don't even get the opportunity to get picks because they too busy locking up whoever the fuck is in front of them. Stop that. Don't even throw the ball.
My strongest, I guess, lean on this game would have to be the under 41 points here. I think that we see the clock consistently rolling here. Both teams are going to be relying on the run game, not an official play. But if you had to force my hand in this one, because we let Sosa handle the Tuesday night NFL action, because you saw last night, I mean, shout out to Bullpen. He called the Harrison Bryant TD for his VIPs. But other than that, Justin Jefferson was supposed to go off for 103 touchdowns last night, and he ended up with like 50 and 1 touchdown. These Tuesday night games, I think you tread lightly here.
Yeah, hold on real quick. Can you do me one favor and tell me how many interceptions Darius Slay got this year?
4.
And
that's my guess off the top of my head.
And I think he took 2 of them back to the crib, right?
He has 2 touchdowns.
Oh, okay.
I know that for a fact.
Oh, all right. Okay. So they don't even throw the ball to him, and when they do, he take it back the other way. All right. Okay. I know Deion Sanders, when I was coming up, I watched him play, and he would say, I'm going to take so-and-so out the game. They won't even throw the ball at me. That's all I'm saying. 3
interceptions. My bad.
That's all right. And 2 of them he done took to the crib. Oh, okay. All right. Oh, and they weren't like, they mattered too, right? They weren't when like the team was up 2 touchdowns and he took it back to the crib to like give it to just pile on, right?
Yeah, Steven, our basketball play won last night. I don't know why you're saying fuck that game unless you're talking about the Monday night football game with the Vikings. The college b-ball plays were Marquette 4.5. Fresno State 3.5, and then over 139 in Winthrop versus Miss State.
Yes, sir. And I like the under in the Villanova game. I like the under in the Nova Xavier game.
Yep, and that'd be the under 136 there. We started off with Sosa's 5 NBA plays, college hoops plays. We just recapped. You had your anytime touchdown scores and your NFL looks for tonight. Tomorrow, you already know. We'll be back live. We're going to be coming at you live around the 1 to 2 o'clock hour Eastern. So you guys can set that reminder or just subscribe to us and you'll get that notification when we go live on Twitter, live on YouTube. Give us a like, give us a subscribe.
Like the video. Like the video. Fuck Trayvon Diggs.
Until tomorrow,